Welcome into episode number 34. What's this? Is this where Ainge and Texas meet in the city of El Paso? Could it be? Could this be something that we've seen in Fate? Here's one more look at it. There you go. I'm hiding behind it. You can see my dog Chewy's here. Welcome in to episode number 34. I hope you were living well. Honestly, I was cruising the streets the other day, not in my 6'4", in my Honda CRZ. Big man for a small car. Yes, I know, but it is fuel efficient. I saw this. I had to pull over, snap a photo. In El Paso, Texas is where Ainge meets Texas. And honestly, to me, it feels like this was something written in the stars. It was definitely written in the stars. My love for kangaroos, Ainge and Texas meeting in the city that I reside in. Somebody pinch me now, because I don't know whether or not this is true. But I think it was written in the stars. How are you doing? Welcome in. Honestly, I took those photos and I was so excited to share them with everybody. So I figured instead of posting them on Twitter yet, I would debut them on the show. So if you're here, if you're live, or you watch this back on debut, or watch this back on playback, not debut. If you did do that, I don't know how you did it, but good, congrats to you. Hit that like while you're at it. Participate in the poll if you so choose to. It is all up to you. The world is your oyster. You can choose to do as you see fit. But once again, I just wanted to show y'all this. It's such a beautiful sight. Ainge meeting Texas here in the city of El Paso, Texas. Here's another photo of it. If you don't believe me, Google it. Google Maps it. Come on now. Figured this might make someone like Scott M pretty happy to see that Ainge and Texas have met before. The love is there. I'm clicking wrong buttons now. But how are we doing? Happy Tuesday, just after 3 p.m. here in El Paso, Texas, where Ainge meets Texas. Ah, that sounds so good to say it. I'm not going to lie. I'm cheesing for no reason. But as you can see, my deaf dog decided to join the party today. I would say big up him, but he can't hear you. So doesn't matter if you big him up or not. But the question for today is, how do you feel knowing Maddison will miss at least one match? Is what it sounds like. We'll go through the news. I mean, I may as well just pull it up and show you right now. Allegedly what the update is with James Maddison. If you haven't seen, if you're not on Twitter and you haven't seen it yet, allegedly it's a minor MCL sprain. Let me go ahead and share this with you. James Maddison, there's a bunch of people who tweeted the same damn thing, and all used Poqueef as their source. So I guess it must be true. I don't know. I'm getting a bad Wi-Fi signal. Hopefully I'm not freezing up on y'all. Don't have a co-host or a guest with me to tell me how the connection looks, but maybe it's because I'm sharing my screen. I don't know. But let's get this connection thing needs to start sorting itself out. Come on now. So James Maddison injury is a minor MCL sprain, and the ankle/foot injury is not significant. Recovery is possible quickly, and he could even make it to the weekend. But that seems to be an optimistic shout. Would expect Tottenham to be cautious, says Paul O'Keefe. However you say his name, shout him out. He's someone that a lot of people use as like a reliable source. So I guess take it for what you will. Let me say what's up to the chat before I keep going. But I will leave this up for those of you who do not be on the Twitterverse, or excuse me, the Xverse. X gonna give it to you. Shout out Des Bryant. But partake in that poll. 24 votes I see. 46% says either way, Father Ainge got us. Come on, you Spurs. I love that. And then another 42% says not worried because the injury is light and we got Giovanni Lo Celso. That's a good choice as well, honestly. I mean, you saw him all preseason. He played in that James Maddison role, and some would say he was highly productive in that role. So, you know what? Now is your chance to shine. But then, of course, as this James Maddison news is lingering, like he could start, but potentially we could just play it safe. Like, do we want him to risk injuring anything further? I don't know. I don't think so. That I would personally versus Bournemouth or Fulham in the Cup. And then we got Burnley after that. Hopefully it'll be good to see him back for Burnley. I think Burnley will be a pretty decent side this season. I may be wrong. What do I know about a recently promoted team, honestly? But big up everybody who's partaking in that poll. Big up everybody who's hitting that like right now or on playback. Big up yourself. Let's say hello to the chat before we keep going on this. Before I keep going on this episode number 34. Before I also keep going, let me say shout out to the Patreon members. Shout out to all my YouTube chat members also checking in. Always want to make sure I get to y'all's comments and don't miss those because, you know, the free thing, and I always suggest the free thing, which is hit a like, hit a subscribe, share, comment, interact. Definitely helps the show in every shape, form, analytically, and on the show. Like while I'm doing this, you chiming in with your comments helps the show keep going. So grab a free beer that's hitting the like, grab a seat, and let's have a good time. It is Tuesday, so we're not quite through the middle of the week yet, but we will make it through. Don't you worry. Let me see who got first place prize today. Again, Milton Nobrega getting that first place prize. Says, good afternoon, Jacob, and everyone in the chat. Grab yourself a free beer kickback and enjoy exactly what I was just saying. Stay fresh, stay blessed, and in Ainge we trust. Come on, you Spurs. The treble is still on, and you know it, says Milton Nobrega. The vibes are immaculate out there in Australia. Wollongong, to be specific. I appreciate that, Milton. Good to see you in the house. David Calvino's here. Big up, Jacob. Big up, everyone. Big up, David. Big up, Scott, the first YouTube chat member checking in. Says, good afternoon, Jacob. Is it a new era at United Spurs of America, as I didn't go for the Scott option? You did not. There's 4%. Which I'm assuming is about one vote that says we aren't good with or without Maddison. And I would have expected you to pick that, Scott. But here you are, flipping the switch, turning the tables on me. Big up yourself right now, Scott. Appreciate you being here, you controversial bastard. Seems mad. Evening all, big up. Seems mad. Love the peace. I'm all about peace, love, and immaculate vibes, my friend. C. Sherman, MCL, another YouTube chat member, most recent YouTube chat member. C. Sherman, big up yourself, buddy. Says MCL sprain is sketchy. By definition, that is a tear. Yeah, but you know, like whenever you sprain your ankle or something, you can still come back after a week or so. I think the prognosis was 2 to 10 days is what they said he could be back in. Yeah, let's see. I don't want to rush him back. That's for sure. I'm sure a lot of people in the chat would say the same thing. Gio Rhea, the Gio Reyna or Gio Rhea says afternoon. Big up, Gio. Good to see you in the house. Always love seeing a new name here. Big up, Cursor, like secure. Big up, Jacob. R.I.P. to old boys every single time. R.I.P. to old boys. He was laid to rest just the other day, so long live Steve, old boys. Tottenham Forever says, big up, Jay, my man. How are you, my guy? Hope you and your family are well and safe. Much love. Much love to you as well, Tottenham Forever. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all 50 of y'all that have tapped in at this very moment right now with United Spurs America. Big up yourself. Chelsea Blue and Blue says, smash the likes. If a rival can come in here and hit that like, there's no reason a Spurs fan shouldn't. But you know what? Like I always say, it's a free universe. You can do as you please. I will not judge. We do get a couple thumbs down, a couple dislikes. Let me see what the last video got. Now, I've been saying this. I'm curious to see how it would go. You know, those of you that don't hit a like, just, you know, go ahead and, let's see. I didn't even turn monetization on for this. Last stream got 2 dislikes. So I've been saying, you know, while you're here, at least let us know how you feel. Whether you like or dislike. If you don't like me, don't like the channel, hit a thumbs down. Why not? But if you do like the channel, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Why not? Rohin Kumar, can't say it better than the voting poll option A. Good for Celso to get a chance to prove himself. Big up, Rowan. A lot of people feel that way, and I do not blame you, honestly, because there's a lot of reasons to be, I guess, optimistic about what Lo Celso could do, because in the preseason he did look bright. Admittedly, I'm a person who hasn't liked Lo Celso. I don't like his attitude since I've seen him at Tottenham. I don't think he really fights for the badge. I don't think he really gives a damn. But you know, I'm all for redemption arcs and second chances, so no reason why he couldn't do that personally. But it remains to be seen. We will see. Rowan Kumar, big up. Appreciate you being here. Dub Shaman is in the house. Big up all. Big up Dub Shaman. Hope you're keeping well and healing and the medicines and all that. Harry Puss. No I in Ainge, bro. It's pronounced the same way as Angela. Just no Ella. I know, but that's okay. Hotspur Hippie. Rady. Hey, everyone who came over from Hotspur Hippie right now, big up yourself. Big up Paul. You know what? I don't know what he's doing today. I'll go ahead and drop him the link because Paul's always invited, and that's just plain and simple. So there you go. Big up, Rich, another YouTube chat member checking in. Big up, hippie raid. Love a hippie raid. That's always great. Scott M says, "What the hell, Texas? I expected better from you. What do you? What, you don't like it? You don't like it, Scott? I'm gonna put it up for you one more time. You don't like this? You telling me you don't like this, Scott? Come on now. I went and took this photo myself. I was driving and I saw it and I had to stop and get a photo. And you're telling me you don't like it? Come on now, Scott. Come on now, Scotty. David Calvino, that's a road sign we can all agree with. Yes, absolutely, David. That sounds like a good background for your vids. Like a virtual background? Should I do a virtual background? Is that what you're saying? Maybe I should. Maybe I should do a virtual background. You know, the bigger channels are starting to do all those virtual backgrounds. I have a background because I have a lot of Spurs stuff, and but maybe I should do a virtual background. I don't know. Big up Cursor in the house. Jamie Gets says, big up Jay. We have a perfect midfield, and Levy leaves us one more injury away from crisis. Always short. Big up Jamie Get. Appreciate you being here in the house. Always appreciate you being here. Yeah. You know, I don't trust Giovanni Lo Celso over the course of 4 matches in a row, is what I would put it at. After 4 matches in a row, I think he's going to start to wear down. So I don't think we have a lot of depth there. Would be nice to have a little bit more, but you know, you never know. Maybe we can move Kulusevski in. Maybe we could be a little creative. That's not best case scenario by any means, but Say No More Gov, Hippie Raid. Big up Say No More Gov. Big up Hippie Raid as always. Derek Smith, quick jump over from the Hotspur Hippie. You Spurs of A, my 2 chilled channels. Big up Derek Smith. You know we like to keep the vibes immaculate around here. That's number 1. And as I say that, the man who sent you here has arrived. And he's just giving me all kinds of good vibes and thumbs up. Why don't you keep giving me some more of that love there? Oh, no. Go ahead and do the hand sign that you were doing before. Is that what you were doing before? I don't think that was Paul. Hey. Whoa.
Still you on there?
Big up, Paul. How you doing, man?
All right, man. So, like, when I did the redirect, I forgot to hit save, so you got nothing from me, I'm afraid, man.
Well, a bunch of people came over from the hippie raid.
Oh well, they wandered on their own accord, so that's even more props to them. You know?
Big up. But you didn't save the changes. You know what? That's okay. The intention was there, and I think that, you know,
But,
maybe not to YouTube analytics, but to my heart, it means more. I'll put it that way.
thanks, man.
How about that? Good stream earlier. I was listening to you while getting
That's
myself
for fun.
prepared for the show. Yeah, enjoy. I'm glad you have your little psychedelic thing back. I ain't seen it
Yeah,
in a while, so glad to see it's back. Big up Drula's in the house. Yo, peeps. Big up Drula. No way, Dub Shaman. Um, Captain Grandma, another YouTube chat member checking in. Did you see this? Actually, I think I sent this to you when I first snapped it, Paul. This photo here.
oh yeah.
You
Cool,
remember when
man. Check out
yeah,
that.
that's pretty. I mean, you got to think, in my perspective, you got the Kangaroos. They've been a part of my life since I was a wee lad. Now I'm living
Spirit
in the
animal.
city that my mother is from, and there's a street intersection of Texas and Ainge, the state in which I'm from. I mean, is this destiny?
It's happening, man. There's a road near me in Sydney called Levy Walk as well. So you never
Well, that
know.
doesn't sound as fun, if I'm
No,
honest. Um,
Ainge.
Ainge. Apparently, people really don't like it when I say Ainge. They like it better if I say Ange.
Yeah, but you're from
Um,
Texas, aren't
but
you?
I'm from
So
Texas. Yeah, I gotta put a little cornbread on it. Come on now.
a
Um,
bit of grits and chitlin.
a bit of something on it. I was thinking about what one of those comments said. Sounds like a good background to have, but I'm putting them. I'm uploading them as backgrounds. Let's see how they look. Well, you can't really see.
Oh, what is that?
Look.
Oh no.
I mean, here, let me remove this. See, I still can't even move us around to. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe I just go back to what I. Maybe
Maybe
just
needs a little bit of polish, just a little.
maybe just a little. I mean, I gotta tweak it in After Effects or something. I gotta tweak it. Big up caption, Grandma. Have you found a Postacoglu drive yet? No, I have not, but I will keep looking, my friend. Don't worry, I will keep looking. Rich, okay, my connection's all right. Evening, Jacob in chat. Good news about matters, says Elvis G. Another YouTube chat. Big up, Elvis. Hope you're keeping well this Tuesday afternoon, evening. I don't know where you're from, Elvis. I don't know if it's morning time, evening, but whatever it is for you, I hope it's going well. Big up Quez Ali from the psychedelic football raid. Big up Quez Ali. Big up Future Music. Hey Jacob. Big up every single time. Always bringing the immaculate vibes as well. Appreciate y'all letting me know about the connection. SH Spurs says, I still think Basuma was man of the match. Hey, that's good. We're still riding high from Man United.
Oh yeah.
At what point do we stop celebrating the win and then start to put our head down and focus on the cherries we have coming up?
When the whistle goes. I mean, the footballers might have to do something, but me, I'm going to be milking that victory until we lose.
I'm the same way. Jules, big up Jacob. Don't worry about matters. We'll be fine. Big up Jules. Dub Shaman says, no, I'm serious. If you're serious about Greenwood as our Kane replacement, I don't even. Greenwood doesn't play striker, does he? I thought he played right wing or some shit. I don't even know much about him other than he's not very nice to his fiance, as far as I know. All right, cool. Burnley just signed Aaron Ramsey. Yes, they did, and that was a pretty fun announcement video. They did, I guess, a scene from Barbie. I haven't seen. Paul, I'm going to ask this question knowing the answer. Have you seen the new Barbie movie?
I have, yes.
No, you haven't, you motherfucker. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Don't you lie.
I tried to lie.
You for a second, I was like, is he serious? Ain't no way.
Of course I haven't. I suppose you have, haven't you, you Disney freak?
You know, this is the one. No, I have not.
Right. Okay,
I have not. I tried to. I have not. I have not watched. I will at some point whenever it's streaming for free. I will not. It's not one of those money. It's not one of those movies I'll go pay money for. I'll tell you that much. But big up Drula. They did an announcement where they're all like, "Hey Barbie, hey Ken, hey Barbie," and I don't know, some scene in the movie, and then it cuts to Aaron Ramsey on a pink field, and he says, "Hey Burnley, oh I mean Barbie," and so it's kind of it was right up your alley, Paul. The exact kind of content you love to see. The only thing that I think that would have made it better if they put an emoji at the end. Back to work. Yeah. Big up Wilton McDonald. Don't sweat the small stuff, Spurs fans. We've been there before, and that's what a squad is for. Yes, he will be missed, but we knew he suffers from injuries from time. We do know that. And, you know, what I've seen in regards to his injury record, it's like, yes, he does miss time, but it's not a significant amount of time as of late. It's like, you know, 3 games here, 2 there, 4 here. So it might be all right. Howie in the house, we need a choice. Concerned because Spurs medical team went to med school at the Spurs Academy. That's a good choice. I wish I could do a 5th and y'all could write your own. That would be sick. If people could like make their own poll options. That would be really cool. YouTube, if you're listening, I know you are, you YouTube bots. Y'all are listening at all times, waiting for that copyright. So I'm here to tell you, add the option in the poll for a user input. And that way, whoever's in the chat can put their own answers in. That'd be cool. I don't know. I don't even know if that's possible. Good football player, not a nice human. That's a good way to put it. I guess a soft way to put it, too. The Ainge train will roll on. I have never been so optimistic. Says, dude, don't you have a toot-toot?
I do have a toot-toot, but I can't do it. That's as good as I can do.
Okay. In your streams, you do a nice little toot-toot. You have a soundboard of some kind.
Production values, man.
Production value, indeed. I love to see it. Correct. I don't want any of our players to play with injuries, so can make it worse. Absolutely agree. Good day, Jacob says, Wilton, come on, you Spurs. Just a harmless potato is in the house. Had potatoes for breakfast. Hopefully it wasn't your family. Todd Spurs. I'll read this for Dub Shaman because they're being serious about this and not trolling about Greenwood. So I'll read this comment. It's just when I see this name Greenwood, I instantly don't feel good on my skin. It doesn't make like anyone who could do that to a woman. I don't care what the circumstances are. The photos I've seen, the voice recording I heard, That's enough for me to say I don't like this guy, nor would I like him at my club.
Nowhere
Regardless,
near.
but Dub Shaman says Greenwood lost the plot for a moment. He has moved on and seems to be mentally settled. I believe in second chances. He is free, so why not give him a chance?
I believe
Yeah,
in
I mean,
second
just because
chances.
OJ's walking free doesn't mean I trust that man with a butcher's knife.
I believe in second chances, but a second chance doesn't necessarily have to mean that you carry on being a millionaire pro footballer. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other things to
Yeah,
do in life.
you can Uber Eats. How about that? Make you some
Uber
money.
Eats, man.
You want a job? Uber Eats, and let everyone know that Greenwood's on the way to deliver. And hide your kids and hide your wife. But yeah, Mason Greenwood's on his way with your food. Okay, I'm moving on. Sorry, Dub Shaman. In the eyes of the law, I don't care what happened. I don't care about any of that. I've seen enough. Personally, that's just how I feel.
Oh, I saw, was it? I saw a little brief bit. Simon Jordan on Talk Sport. Do you know that cat? Have you seen
Is he the
him?
one with the glasses?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I've
And he
seen
comes
some
out with
clips
the
going
old
around him.
innocent till proven guilty, and it's like, look, the law doesn't tell you what's right and wrong, mate. I mean,
Hey, just because the glove didn't fit, don't mean he didn't stab that man and woman
didn't
37 times. Like, come on. That's just me. That's just me, though. Everyone has their own opinions, but I don't want someone, no matter the circumstances, no
no,
man should ever lay hands on a woman in that manner. Like,
no.
holding your woman back from something is different, but demanding what he demanded in that voice note, no, thank you. Not for me. Not for me at all. Big up Tot Spurs says, big up Jacob chat. Hope you're all well. Happy with Spurs progress on the pitch. Also, Paul, have you noticed everyone's talking to us a little bit nicer now? There's some twat on TikTok that predicted us to come in 12th, and after 2 matches, now he's predicted us to come in 3rd. So look at that.
Oh, well, come to the party.
Cursor says, what's the latest on Gift Orban now? Allegedly, I got something on that. Have you heard the latest, Paul?
I saw something by Ali Gold. Is this what you're going to refer to?
Brennan Johnson, I heard, was from Alley Gold, but this little bit of news, let me just, oh, there you go. Tottenham Hotspur are adamant they do not want to pay $30 million for Gift Orban. Spurs have been shocked at the fee demanded by Ghent, especially as they consider Orban a transfer for the long term rather than just a short term fix. So apparently, we do not want to pay. There's another piece. Oh yeah, here you go. I don't know why I saved this, but Troy Parrott's leaving,
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
someone in the Dutch league. I think that'd be good for him.
yeah, definitely.
There's this I also have on it. They, meaning Spurs, could sign a new striker. The idea is a new striker, but they want the right player and at the right price, not to spend the money on a player they don't trust 100%. They are discussing also with Postecoglou about that. Gift Orban remains an opportunity. He is one of the names they are considering, and they know the conditions of the deal, but have not sent an official bid at the moment. So we agreed to terms with the player, but we ain't bidded for him because the club values him too high, apparently. So then it goes on to say another player from Tottenham really appreciate is Jonathan David from Lille. However, at the moment, David is considered too expensive as Lille would demand 60 million euros. We have 87 million pounds right now from Harry Kane's deal alone.
Do
You're telling
we?
me we can't spend 30 of that on Gift Orban? What are we
You
doing
sure?
here? That's from Fabrizio Romano, this quote. That's from Fabrizio today on some show.
I'm
So
just
this
wondering if
is
I'm just wondering if we've already spent the money or some of it at least. You know how Tottenham works.
I don't think we've spent any of the money, personally.
Well, what we
But
spent 30, 12, 60. We've spent about 60, haven't we? 60, 70. I don't know.
I guess if you add Pedro Porro for 40 some and then
Oh, and
Kulusevski for
all
30,
those ones as well. I
that's
forgot about that.
70. I don't know. Let's see what the chat's saying. Kaladeva, big up. New name in the chat as well. Lo Celso only here for the money. He only really plays for Argentina. That's all I've seen in the proof. As far as the pudding, when I look at the pudding and I see how the pudding look, Paul, it looked like he don't care about Tottenham. That's what the pudding says. You know what? The pudding is often not wrong. And is there anything from Celso, Paul, for you that you see and you say, oh yeah, this guy's going to come in and put in a shift for Tottenham? Could it be the Ainge effect? Maybe
It could
gets him
be.
going.
Look, you know, I heard you mention redemption. I don't mind a bit of redemption either. Look, he was all right pre-season. If Ange fancies him, Ange fancies him. That's, you know, that's what it comes down to.
At the end of the day, I think that's really all that matters. Lo Celso is known to be Messi's favorite player that he's ever played with, ever,
Ever.
ever, in the history of Messi. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So I did try to do it, and this is how it turned out. Not really great. Doesn't really capture what we're trying, the effect. So I'll just put it up and periodically. Um, this is the Austin FC. This was like the Pride training top they had a while ago. Pac Maniac. Oh dear me. Oh dear you. Oh dear me. Did you get that psychedelic shirt from Paul? No, unfortunately, I did not. Jacob and Hippie co-stream. We did one yesterday. We're doing one again. You know what? Just why not, right? Why not?
Yeah,
It's
why not?
always a little bit more fun when there's at least someone I could throw a question to when I need a drink of water and who does such ample research when we're live on air. He's been known to always do the research live on air. Um, Apologies for butchering your name, Jay. Oh, you can say it however you want. No worries about that. Big up, Mountain Bushman is in the house as well. Big up. Um, Wilton McDonald says, I hope I find an Ain Street here on FI. Florida? Are you in Florida, Wilton? Is that what that means? Say no more Gov. Paul said, go there, and I went there because I'm on chicken noodle cup of soup. I don't know what that means, but say no more, Gov. He should walk, Levy walk. I don't know what to, am I not reading comments right? What's going? I feel like I haven't understood the last three comments that have came in, but you know what? Grits and chitlins are more Alabama. Texas is more chili and cornbread. I did mention cornbread, but yeah, it's just a southern thing. I'll take it all, honestly. The cherries are ripe for the picking, says Wilton. No doubt. 35 million is nothing to our owners. I mean, I agree. And apparently for ours, it's a big something. Rich, question. Jacob, would you rather wear a Spurs shirt with I Love Eric Dyer on the back every day for a year or get Levy's face tattooed on your bicep? Probably the I Love Eric Dyer shirt because it's not permanent and I just got to do it for the year. Paul, I'm going to ask you the same question. But let's
Yeah,
say
I'm not.
anywhere, you could get a Levy face tattooed anywhere on your body.
No, no. Why would you do that? T-shirt. You could wear because you could wear something over the T-shirt as well, or you
Yeah.
could wear the T-shirt inside out.
Or you can do really high heat tumble dry and hope that the letters peel off because you bought it from some DH Gate seller who took 3 years to send it.
Some skanky Alibaba ripoff.
Speaking of Alibaba, there was like 3 basketball jerseys and a couple hats that they've yet never sent me. They were supposed to, but they never sent me, and I don't know why they do me like that.
Uh,
Let's see. Big up, Rich. Great question. I love it. Hey, again, Rich has done it the way I say for everybody to do it. If you have a specific question, if the chat gets going too crazy, hit a Q and it'll get my attention. I'll see it, and it's a free way to get my attention on a question you want answered. Or you could just super chat. Or if you want to do free, just hit a Q. Q dash, and then I'll know you're asking a question here for the panel. DJ19, hi, what's the injury? The injury's James Maddison. He's got a sprained MCL and his foot and ankle are hurting. So we'll see what happens. Elvis G, I'm from Enfield, North London, a few miles up the road from the stadium. Big up, Elvis G. So good evening for you. About 10:35 out there, I believe. Good evening. I hope you've had a great Tuesday. Hopefully Aaron Ramsey plays like he did when he was at Glasgow Rangers. Paul, was he bad for Glasgow Rangers? Aaron Ramsey?
no, I can't remember, man. I can't remember. He's probably all right, wouldn't he? I'm just doing research for you here. I've got
There it
some
is. See,
research.
Paul's diligently doing research, as you can tell.
if you go onto Google Street View,
Mm-hmm.
you can get some pretty good pictures.
Did you find that on?
Yeah.
See, there you go. Verified proof.
I
Verified
didn't know. It's
proof
in
in front of your face.
El
Look,
Paso, man. El Paso.
yeah, where Ange meets Texas. Technology's a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
It's a
there's
beautiful
a
sight, man.
there's a cantina grill. There's some villas. I mean, it's like a thriving metropolis. The corner of that street.
It wasn't really thriving when I went, but you know what?
Just
Maybe
try
when they
not to
took,
be rude, man.
uh, it didn't. It was one of those places. I definitely locked my car. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it's looking. When you look down the street, you can see downtown.
Yeah, there's
Oh
some
yeah.
cool. There's some beauty to it.
I
Absolutely.
don't know if you can get this, but if you
Your damn
yeah,
CGI is too good. Your production value is
uh,
too high. It fucking blurs out your phone.
there's a nice looking place to get your wheel alignments done.
You see, I mean, that's just practical. It's a
Yeah.
great place, Angel, Texas. Burritos, I'm sure, I think are not far. El Tel Cocorel is in the house. Evening from the sunshine from across the pond and the thunder from down under. I love that. Big up, Jose. Hope you're keeping well.
I don't know what. That's a nice shop sign there. See, it's like half and
See,
half.
medicine. You get some medicine.
Oh, is that a doctor? Is this the United States health system in action?
I
Half
think
the time.
so. I can't
It's,
really make out what that photo is you keep showing. Just your production value is too good. I think that's what it is.
you're
Um,
right. It's a doctor. Oh my God, it's the sketchiest looking doctor. It's busted in the arse, man, I've ever seen. Wow.
hey man, don't knock the doctor. He's out here trying to make a living.
It's called Elite Medical Services on
Elite.
yeah,
That's
on
not
the corner.
mediocre at all. So I don't know what
That's
you're.
right.
I don't know. You know where the shame's coming from. Come on now.
It's on Texas Avenue near the corner of Ainge Street.
Ange, where Ange meets Texas, is one hell of a place. Spurs feels like when I was a student and spent all my student loan on booze and have nothing left, says Rich.
See, I was lucky, man. I got in the year before the student loans when I just got free money from the government. So
Oh,
I ran out of money, but at least I didn't have to pay it back.
Captain Grandma says Fulham are supposedly going in for Orban. Let's see if they want to cough up. Hey, if they get Orban, Adama Traore, and they're going to be cooking. They're going to be absolutely cooking, Fulham. They're going to be one to watch. It's just time that we go ahead and just get it done. It's just time we go ahead and get it done. Just pay it 30. I don't care if they overvalued the guy. I don't care. Let's just get him. Jules, want to be a guest on your show one day? What day do you do open mic type thing? Says Jules. Every Friday, do a pop up with Jacob. It's an open forum call-in. Last week was a free for all. We had like 8 people screaming at each other at once. A little bit chilled, or not a little bit not so chilled. A little bit different than how I do these episodes, but it's fun. You can have fun if you get in early enough. You can get your points across without it being absolute carnage. That was last week anyway. You never know. May only get 1 or 2 callers for this Friday, but every Friday, Jules, whenever you want, come on and you can have your say. Don't worry. No judgment here. I love this name. Big up Harry Puss. Being fair, Giovanni Lo Celso looked great during preseason. So steady as shark. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, some of the competition was like, man, but you know what? He occupied the same areas in which James Maddison roamed. So I guess the injury shouldn't be too concerning. Let's see what the poll's saying. Haven't checked in with the poll in a minute. 49 likes, 43 votes. That's interesting. Usually more votes than likes, but hey, rock on. How do you feel about knowing Maddison will miss at least one match? 47% says not worried because the injury is light. Plus, we got Giovanni Lo Celso. So most people feel all right knowing that we have Lo Celso. And then another 37% says either way, Father Ainge got us. Come on, you Spurs. And honestly, wow. Big up. That's what, 70. I was trying to do mental math. That's why I paused there. That's what, 70, 84% is not really concerned at the fact that James Madison's going to miss a match or two. And you know what? I think it's a perfect time in the schedule as well. There's a little break. We do have a little back to back that's tough. Some of this is we do have 3 road trips in a row. We go to Vitality at Bournemouth. We go to Craven Cottage, and then we go to what's the name, Turfmoor for Burnley. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. A lot of away matches. Derek Smith says European clubs just trying to take advantage of Premier League riches. PL clubs only have themselves to blame, especially Man City, United, and Chelsea. Fair enough. Spurs says, the guy from Aston Villa don't get it then. Thought he was doing good with them. I don't know what that means. Come on, Levy hasn't spent a plug nickel of the Kane money. VDV and Maddie and Sicario were coming regardless. Solomon was a free. This is the same Levy con job with outgoings. Shambolic grifter, says Howie Ice. Big up Howie. I don't think he's spent a nickel of the Kane's money either. Yeah, I agree with a lot of this, actually. It's worded interestingly enough, but I agree with a lot of it. Future Music says there's talk of an Eric Dyer statue, but we've already had one for 9 years. Oh, very nice. You had me going in the first half. Oh, shout out Florida. Mr. Wilton McDonald out there in Florida and the humidity. Hope you're doing all right. Have I been spelling your name wrong all this time? Is it Jacob or Jacob? It's Jacob. How can you not? It's just it's Jacob. There you go. I was trying to make it more complicated for you. Paul said there's a street in called Levy Walk. Oh, Levy needs to walk on Levy Walk as well. Oh, okay, it makes sense. Sorry, I didn't understand what that meant earlier, but
that's all right, man.
Oh, there we go. I'm also Tottenham Hotspur FC till I die. Sorry, Dermot and Co. Shout out Dermot and Co. Good day, Mud. Good day. El Tel Cocarrel. 39 on Poro, 30 on Kulu, 40 Matters, 43. Bunch of numbers equal 189 million incoming, 180. I don't even know what this means. This is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there we go.
189 we've spent.
So we've spent 79 million is what Eltel's saying. I think at the end
that's the net spend.
Yeah, there we go.
Which still isn't much.
No, not at all. Side Dancer, good day. Good day to you. DH Gator Dodgy says Pac Mania. If you find a good shop though, it could be decent. Bang for your buck. Zakalway is in the house. Come on, you Spurs. Captain Grandma says we should all move to Ainge Way, Sumter, South Carolina. Ooh, South Carolina's got an Ainge Way. Wait, was mine Ainge Street or Ainge? Let's see. Ainge Street. Yeah, this one's Ainge Street.
And you can actually buy a property on Ainge Street for $21,000.
That's really cheap, and it's probably not a living quarters. It's probably one of those buildings that have nothing.
Yeah, it's a 3,760 square foot lot. So you could just chill out there, put a big screen up.
I don't know about that. I don't.
Invite the neighbors.
Absolutely. Invite the neighbors. Woodsy says, question, if we sell Højbjerg this window, who do you bring in? Reports from Alec Gold that Ainge was going crazy on the sidelines at Højbjerg passing backwards on Saturday. And I also remember there was a clip in the preseason of him losing his mind at Højbjerg when he passed it backwards. So I'll ask you this, Paul. If we sell Højbjerg this window, who do you bring in to replace him?
Oh, you're asking me about other footballers again, man. That's where I don't know. Do we need someone in? Oh, I don't know. Do we need a replacement for him?
I mean, you would think that if he left, that yeah, we would. And apparently, with Atletico Madrid, the Saudis coming in they're coming in for DePaul. So they're going to have money. Apparently the whole reason why they haven't bought Højbjerg yet is they're waiting for some money. And it sounds like they're about to get that money. Right. So ostensibly, he could be on the way out.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, man. Ollie Skip. So when you're talking about players that don't play for Tottenham, I have not got a clue because I only watch Tottenham. So
Ollie Skip.
Yeah,
good choice. Yeah, good choice.
Toby Jones, get him in.
Get Kobe Jones and Toby Jones, not Kobe Jones. Get Toby Jones in. Shout out to Toby Jones. Paul, all we are saying is give Ainge a chance. Give
Don't
Ainge.
sing it, Jacob. Don't sing it because you'll get copyright. Remember?
What's the song that this is? The John Lennon.
Oh, come on.
Sing it for me.
All we are saying is give Andrew a chance. Everybody's talking about. There we go.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
You've done your
Copyright.
money
I
on your
just
channel
got an email. We've been copyrighted, flagged, and shut down for using the Lennon song without permission. There you go. Thanks for that, Paul. Tom Taylor says, big up gents. Love from Melbourne this morning. Good morning, Mr. Tom Taylor. Tom. Do I say it Tom or Tom? Is the H silent? Do you know, Paul? This feels like something you might know.
I think it's Tom.
Tom. Not Tom.
Not
Tom Taylor.
No.
Big up Tom Taylor. Seems Mad says, question. Ask for poll question / choices for next video until YouTube catches up with technology. Okay. Well, go ahead and get them in. Well, I mean, also I try to do it like in the moment, the poll. I try to do it in the moment because sometimes news fluctuates, you know, but that's a good suggestion. Seems Mad. Pick up. If we don't spin big, we are competing with the likes of Brentford, much like we did last season. Some capital outlay this season. Same place in the table last season. I think we'll be higher. I think we'll finish 1 or 2 spots higher. Oh, Paul's saying first place, number 1.
First place.
We're number 1.
See, the thing is, look, stop talking over me. Just let me finish.
Just let me. If you were gonna let me,
just look,
Paul. If you're gonna let me finish,
no. So, look, as I was saying, if you just let me finish, is that we've got Ange Postecoglou, Brentford don't. That's it.
Oh, Paul. Zakawe says, I don't understand how Levy can fork out 60 million for Richarlison and haggle over a few million for Orban. Such an idiot. That's tough, you know. One is someone that we're all saying is going to come in and make immediate impact, and the other one is
No share of me.
No share of me, indeed. I think that's all I have to say on that one. Jules says, I'll talk to you. Talk to me nicely, Jules, as long as you do that. If Xavi and Lionel Messi like GLC, he's good. If Ainge likes GLC, he's great. And see, Sherman, I think this is what it kind of boils down to at the end of the day is I've been up here touting the phrase and Ainge that I trust. He's my father. I've shown him to the barbecue. He's cooking up something great. And I want all I can eat buffet of Ainge's barbecue, whether it be prawns or shrimp. I don't really care. It's all the same in the end of the day. It's Ainge's barbecue. And we're just here. And Paul, I'm glad you invited me early on. I'm glad I've been in the pool drinking before all the other guests arrive, because now we're getting people who aren't even Spurs fans. Now they're arriving at the Ainge barbecue saying, oh, I like what he cooking up over there. I think I could smell some cornbread. And they want to get a piece. But you know what? Everyone's invited. I've been saying the train, there's enough links on this train for everybody to jump on. Like Scotty's definitely not on his way to the barbecue. He said he's not going to swim even if he does go. He said he's already eaten. He doesn't need the food that Ainge is cooking.
No,
but you know what? At the end of the day,
I don't like spicy food. I don't like food. Says Scott.
Actually, I don't like food, fun, and merriment.
Yeah, I just breathe.
I mean, shout out Scott. The barbecue. Once you arrive, you're gonna have the time of your life, my friend. Richard Pugh says, hi, first time visiting the channel. I've hit the like and happy to be here. Big up, Richard. Glad that you were here as well. I know I'm 8 minutes late on the comment, but big up yourself right now. Appreciate you being here. Everyone new. The vibes are always going to try to be immaculate, except for those Friday call-in shows. Sometimes the vibes get sweaty and not so immaculate. And it's me. I get sweaty. So big up, Richard. Glad that you're here. Glad you found the channel. And glad that you hit that like. 60 of you have hit the like. There's over 70 of y'all in the house, so not too much to complain about on that front. 51 votes. We have 10 more likes than we have votes. That usually never happens. It's always the opposite, Paul. We have more people liking than we have participating in the poll.
Makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense or dollars, but you know what? We move. C. Sherman says the Ramsey going to Burnley is the young English player, not the guy from Wales that played at Rangers. I have no idea. We'll see him when we see him. The great job, Jamie. I'm not gonna read that because I don't know if you know what. Fuck it. The Eric Dyer statue is a giant dildo. That's what Jamie Get says, and I say that's still
Jamie.
giving.
It's not Jamie. Sorry.
I said Jamie. I said if you let me finish, if you quit cutting me off.
Just stop talking over me. I just wanted to explain that jammy is an English word meaning lucky.
I remember Eric Dyer using that word in the Prime doc when he was like, "He's all bit jammy. He's so jammy. Oh, please, he's so jammy." And I was like, "What the fuck is he saying?" And there was subtitles, and they said what he was saying, and I still didn't know what he was talking about. But I imagined it was some kind of phrase in the UK. So I didn't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing. But lucky, that sounds like a good thing. Dub Shaman said Spurs are going to be the surprise package. The secret of great managers is building the dressing room spirit. Absolutely. This is the first sentence, one or second sentence. So, absolutely. No amount of big signings can beat that man management skill. There's something to be said about a guy who can completely change fans, players, expectations, rivals, neutrals, pundits, professionals. He's made everybody's flip. And
in 2 games.
I'm just grateful you told me before the preseason started so I could say, well, not just 2 games for me. It's been a couple more games. But at the end of the day, do you feel a little like jealous that now everyone's getting on their knees for Ainge Postecoglou, or do you think it's now finally he's getting now people are recognizing what this man is?
Yeah, I knew it would happen, man. But I didn't think it'd be this quick. No, I'm really happy actually, because I've seen what he does before, and when he was coach of the Australian national team, and we won an Asian Cup out of nowhere, really. And you could just he makes you feel good. It all starts with just feeling good and together and as one. So I'm super happy that everyone's on board the Ange Postecoglou choo-choo. Really am.
Yeah. Good night seems mad. Good night. Hopefully you're not mad when you go to sleep. They say you're never supposed to go to bed angry. They say that. I don't.
What do you do then?
What?
Just walk around until it wears off or something.
Punch yourself in the face till you're no longer angry. I don't know.
So I warn myself.
Don't punch yourself in the face. I just don't know who's watching this. Could be some kids out there and like, oh, this guy on the online, he said, punch myself till I'm happy.
Yeah, and kids drink Coke as well.
Yeah, and also if you have rust on your automobile bumper, if it's made out of metal and there's rust on it, you can use Coca-Cola and you pour it over the rust, and with a wire brush, you can scrub the rust off. That's how powerful Coca-Cola is. So naturally, it's great that humans ingest that, right, Paul?
Did you get that off one of those dodgy 10 things you can do with Coke that you never knew about? Well, I saw one. They said you can clean your kitchen cupboard with Coke. And I'm thinking, yeah, if you want fucking ants all over it, yeah, that's a great idea.
I also saw one that was like, if you've smoked in your house for 30 years and you want to get that grime yellow off your walls, pour Coca-Cola and scrub it. So I'm saying, man, the Coca-Cola, I don't know that you should be drinking it. It sounds more like a cleaner than a beverage. Yeah. Rich says, I'm going to Sheffield United for my first Ainge game. Absolutely buzzing. Didn't go once under Conte because what was the point, really? Well, have a good time. That Sheffield United match will be a lot of fun. It just sucks that you have to wait so long. There's still 3 matches in between that you have to anticipate. But big ups. Have a great time. Come back and tell me how your time was. Big up Mile High Hotspur. Says big up USA, and big up Hotspur Hippie. Big up Leo over there with Mile High Hotspur. Are you still getting the guy from Nord's Garden Land? From Nord's Garden Land? The guy. Oh, I know you're talking
about. What's his name?
His name is Ernest. Ernest Nuama. Ernest Nuama from Nord's Garden Land. I don't know how to say the name. Here, I'll share it. Someone tell me how to say this. I have no idea.
Is this the guy?
This is the guy, the other guy that we're linked with. And this is the name right here. So if you know what that says or how to say it, please let me know. I don't know.
Did
I
you
don't
see?
know. Never watched them. So
Did you see Mile High Hotspur Leo's video, his match day vlog of him down the pub with the other Coloradians? It was quite
yeah,
cool.
I have. He's been doing those, knocking them out of the park. Um, Shows you just a little bit of taste of what fans go through, early in the morning. Well, actually, it was only 10:30, so not too early. But I'd be curious to see how they all show up and show out. Because next match we play on Saturday, kickoff is at 5:30 a.m. my time.
So it's in the morning. That explains it because there was a guy there from Florida, and I was wondering how he was standing up straight. It was early in the morning.
Yeah. Well, Florida, they're 2 hours ahead of us, but Leo with Mile High Hotspur, they're he's the same time zone as me. So it's a 5:30 a.m. kickoff on Saturday. I can't wait to see that video blog, Leo. Show me that one. Derek Smith says I'd split 79 million between you and Jacob and myself, and I still think it was quite a lot of money, Paul. Well, there you go. Because how much we've spent is 79 mil.
Yeah, it's just not. I mean, we can spend more. That's the only thing. We can spend way more than that.
Rich's replacement for Højbjerg is Sangari from PSV. I was watching that match earlier. They're doing a little Champions League qualifying. They were playing Rangers. They were playing Rangers. They were, but I stopped watching because I was getting ready for the show. Let's see the result. 2-2. There's two legs, so it looks like Rangers advance and not PSV.
Yeah.
Sangari started. His rating's not very high but he got a goal. Sangari got a goal. Well, there you go. There's someone that I like from PSV. His name's Johan Bakayoko. That guy cannot stop getting assists. But anyway, interesting choice. I've heard his name thrown around a lot from like Sean Butler from Spurs Talk Show. He's mentioned him a few times. Question: are any of the El Paso Spurs fans from Juarez, Mexico? I get a few inquiries, yeah, but some are from there and they like live here and work here and just send money back to Juarez. So I don't know if I'd count them as like across the border or not because they technically live here. I don't know, but yeah, most of the people are from El Paso anyway. Like always says, if we get in another center back and striker, we can have a really good season. Ainge's style gives me hope that we can get a good result in most of our games. Absolutely, I echo that sentiment. Some Højbjerg talk here. Højbjerg played like Messi on the touchline when he came on one last game. The thing with Højbjerg for me that's super frustrating, I've said it a few times, someone said it yesterday in the chat. Højbjerg is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And he does all of those, and no matter how much time he's on the field. So, if Højbjerg doesn't want to be here, we should get rid, absolutely. If he goes, they should spend the money on a center back, says SH Spurs. David Calvino says, I don't think midfield is the priority. Center back and striker. Absolutely. We need to get, I want at least 3 more incomings and like 6 outgoings. I think that's a lot. It's very ambitious and very unlikely to happen, but that's just what I want personally. Paul is very cheeky. If we sold Højbjerg sooner, we could have got Tyler Adams. I think we could get McKinney still, says Caveman. McKinney's available. He's been playing for Juventus too. They said he was not part of the plans, and yet he keeps playing. So I don't understand the mixed messages. But Tyler Adams is off to Bournemouth. We might even see him boss us in the midfield. I don't know. But I got faith. In what we're going to do versus Bournemouth personally. Ray Chester, evening lads from South London. Big up, Ray. Hope you're keeping well, my friend. Derek Smith says, where do Americans find 3 syllables in the word vehicle? Vehicle. Is it supposed to be vehicle? How do you say the word, Paul?
Vehicle.
That sounded like 3 syllables.
See, what I think you've done is, you've put an extra syllable into words like vehicle, but then you take a syllable out of words like mirror and squirrel. Because you just say, go on, say mirror.
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 It's a mirror.
Mirror. I don't. It just seems obtuse to say it that way. It just seems like I have to go out of my way to say this whole ass word. I can just say, look in the damn mirror. My wife often gives me grief about my accent sometimes too. She says sometimes when you get really to talking about something you're passionate about, you start having some twang in there. I don't mean to. I promise. With Richard, the second best mod on YouTube. Welcome, Richard, the second best mod on YouTube. Oh, big up, Richard. Maggie Thatcher voice. Let me finish. I can't handle this YouTube any more than I could. Who's Maggie Thatcher? Who's Maggie Thatcher, Paul?
She was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom between 1979 and 1990.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Evil old
Oh,
hag.
oh, I don't like her.
Hey, Zakawe, I lived in Sheffield for a couple of years, man. So hello.
Club is in the mud. Don't y'all have Michael B. Jordan as your? Wait, no, not Sheffield. I'm thinking Bournemouth. Sheffield is north, right?
Yeah, kind of north. Well, it's the
North of
middle of the
London.
UK because people don't count Scotland as part of the UK sometimes, but it's the north of England.
Mm. Okay. Wait, Sheffield in Scotland?
No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
in the north of England.
Oh, okay. Richard Pugh says I'm a regular in Sava's and Sean's channel, so natural progression. Big ups, big up Sava and Sean every single time. Big up Richard for being here. You might not see as much yelling on a daily basis. They get because they like to do them debates where they get all heated. I do them, but once a week, and that's enough for me.
Oh, I can't do it, man.
Once Paul can't do any days of
I
the week. I'll
can't
do
do it
once,
at all.
maybe twice a week if I'm feeling spicy. If I got that, if I'm putting hot sauce in my lasagna, you know what I'm
See,
saying? I
like,
might be.
if someone disagrees with me and they say what they say, I just say, oh, okay. I can't be. What am I going to do? Fight and score points? It's just not my thing. Can't be bothered.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm just like, I guess if I feel so adamantly that someone is wrong, then I will take on the debate. If I feel like you are so very wrong in your stance of X, Y,
Like,
and Z,
I could see you getting heated over the pronunciation of the word "mere" there.
yeah,
So,
exactly. You want to bring the beast out? Go ahead and dance with me now. Let's see what you find. Careful. Fred, man management. Fred, man management. Think about, I don't know why that just threw me off. Man management
Fred,
is
man.
Fred, man, undervalued in top coach. Man management is undervalued in top coaches. I think we might actually see some interesting results with City now that Pep's gone. I don't know if you heard that news, Paul,
What
but Pep Guardiola had emergency surgery on his back, and he's going to be missing until after the international break.
is that right?
That's absolutely right.
Who's his number two? Do you know?
I wonder if the number two has
Leave it with me.
hair.
All right.
There you go. Come on, do some research. Show your worth and your value, damn it.
Okay,
I'm
boss.
just playing.
Where's some of your fucking man management tool?
Um, my man management is I don't have it. Actually, I don't have any man management. I mean, I've managed interns, but they weren't men. My interns were women.
Apparently,
So
it's Juanma Lilio,
all right.
I
Well, good luck,
think.
Juan.
Oh, maybe it's not. Hang on.
Well, our data research analysts are hard at work to find the answer to the question. Cursor says, Jacob, would you take Ollie Watkins at Spurs? I think he's broken. I think he got carted off in week 1 or 2, something like that. So I would not take an injured Ollie Watkins. Fred says, I have followed Ainge's career. There I go, trying to say it the right way because it bothers y'all. I have followed Ainge's career. His teams never play as well when he leaves the club. Why?
Because Ange isn't there anymore. And you can see it's happening at Celtic already. They've had a couple of players leave, like Jota,
Mm.
Starfelt in defence, and so Ange won the treble with Celtic last year, and already they're knocked out of the League Cup. So
Interesting.
you know what? An exception to that might be Yokohama because they carried on doing well after he left, or they're doing well now anyway.
What about the Australian national team?
After he left, yeah, we did okay actually. We've got a good manager at the moment, Graham Arnold, who seems to be kind of in the Ange mould. He's an older guy. But Ange always leaves clubs out on the top, on the tippity top of Mount Everest. So where do
Think
you go
about
from there?
I think about the players as well. You just played for a man whom you'll run through a brick wall for, and then some
Yeah,
other guy comes in and says something to you like, "You're not Papa, you're
yeah,
stepdaddy."
yeah.
No one fights
Hello,
us. Come on.
hello, team. I'm Dave. Let's go out and win.
Hey, I know Papa Ainge left us, but we got this, y'all.
We've still got that thing.
This Ernest Nuama guy, it looks like earlier, a couple weeks ago, July 24th, he had a hat trick. Wow.
Oh,
So he can score goals. And then on the 6th of August, he had 1 goal and 1 assist. So he putting in some work. It looks like he's
all
playing
right.
on the right wing as well. So I like him. But Fernando Mustachio says he's going to Lyon for 25 plus 5, says Fabrizio. When did he say that? I got to look up this Fabrizio thing because I ain't got no update from Fab in a minute. He ain't been talking
Well,
about Tottenham
why
in
are
a
you doing
minute.
that? Yeah, Pep's assistant is Juan Marlillo, and it's only 2 matches. That's all.
Is that all he's missing is 2 matches?
Well, according to the Guardian, it's saying 2 matches.
Mm. I'm looking through Fabrizio's tweets and I'm not seeing anything, but there is this I want to show. West Ham's second bid for Mohamed Kudus was also higher than Brighton's bid sent at the beginning of the month and agreed with Ajax. But the position has now changed. They want more money to sell Mohamed Kudus for more than 42 was what West Ham submitted. So they're probably looking for around 50 for Mohamed Kudus. This is a guy that I've said a few times that we should be going after personally. But I haven't seen anything from Fabrizio about the man we were just talking about, Ernest Nuama. I ain't seen nothing. Yeah, I don't see anything from Fabi. Do not see anything except Jeremy Doku news, which makes me upset as well. I like Jeremy Doku. He's a hell of a player. Caveman says Nordsjælland. And then C. Sherman says Nordsjælland. Nordsjælland is how you say that team name from Ernest Nuama. FC Nordsjælland. Okay, I could do that. That sounds a little easier. It just looks harder because the letters are kind of smushed together. Have you seen them?
Squiggles and
They're like 2 letters made sweet, sweet love and had a baby, and it's a mystery letter, and I don't know how you pronounce it. That's the American educational system for you.
it's my educational system as well, man. Yeah.
You know what else I didn't do? I also didn't plug. Normally, before I go live, I'll plug the channel. We're here in an hour and 5 minutes. I haven't plugged the channel, but I forgot. I forgot to promo. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and send that in a couple group chats just in case. Because I normally try and do a little bit better promoting whenever I'm about to go live, but apparently I did not do very good today. Let's see. I didn't even spell the damn message right, so there you go. I'm kind of off it today, Paul. It's been a weird Tuesday. I woke up, I've been stubbing my toe on stuff. I spilled a few things. I got really upset that I didn't finish. Last night, I fell asleep in my recliner rather than doing the dishes, so I had to wake up and do dishes. And I was really flustered and frustrated about that. I've had a really weird day, and I was walking in the hall and I stubbed my toe on something, lost my balance, almost fucking ate shit in my living room. And I don't. Normally, I'm after my smoothie, I'm normally better and I'm on point. And I think it's just my sleep has been thrown off a little bit lately. And so I haven't been I'm sending messages and the words aren't all making, I don't know if maybe I'm suffering from a long stroke or something, but I'm just
did you go to bed angry? Maybe you didn't punch
maybe.
yourself in the face.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember I was watching so I tried to watch The Gladiator the other night, passed out watching it. So I tried last night again. All right, this is where I left off. And last thing I remember is, are you not entertained before he goes to Rome to fight in the Colosseum. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, we're going to get to the Colosseum now. And that's where a lot of the good action scenes are. And I fell asleep. And I woke up, and it was 2 hours later. The movie was over. My computer was dead. And no dishes got done. So I woke up. I've been in a funk. Sorry for TMI, for those of y'all who hung out for the 2 minutes while I divulge a little bit. I hope everyone's doing good Tuesday. It's been weird. Maybe the moon's not aligned with Jupiter correctly right now, and it's throwing me off, man. I don't know. Callum says I might be going to the Fulham game in the Cup, but the tickets will be in the home end. I'd say wish me luck, but it's Fulham. You ever been to the Craven Cottage there, Paul?
No, Fulham were different division when I was in England, so no, I've not been to Craven Cottage. I fell asleep watching Repo Man last night. Just, you know.
The one with Jude Law?
No. It's Emilio Estevez, Harry Dean Stanton.
Jude Law, Forrest Whitaker, Lee
No!
Schreiber.
No.
Bro, what are you talking about? Look, I'm looking. Repo Men. Repo Men. Jude Law, Forrest Whitaker, Lee Schreiber. Which Repo Men then?
You are so cult of the new, man. You always go for the if it's before 2000, it sucks. That's you. Repo Man. Man, as in one man.
Oh, 1984. Oh, I gotta go.
Emilio, come on, man. He's your homie.
I do like Emilio. I love music. There's another guy. His name is Dick Rude. That's interesting. That's interesting. This is the movie you're talking about. We're gonna get back to football in 1 second, but I just had to clear this up. So this is the Repo Man you're talking about.
Good movie. I watched the rest of it today.
Harry Dean Stanton, R.I.P. Yeah, he's a great actor. Emilio Estevez. But here we go. Dick Rude. Can you see him down here?
Oh, yeah, Dick Rude.
Dick Rude. Maybe could have just said Richard. I don't know. But anyway, Dave O's in the house. Says, big up, Jacob. I won't call you Shirley. Thank you for that. And Paul, I think the reason some are not hitting the poll is because they're probably watching this on their TV like me. You don't get the poll on the interesting.
Very interesting. YouTube on my TV as well, man, and you can't do the poll. Nah.
Interessante indeed. But big ups to everyone who has hit the like. If you're watching on TV, I don't know if you can hit the like, but maybe you can. I don't know. 5:30 will be a tough 1 Mile High Hotspur. Space bar in the house. I fear we won't have any outgoings because players nowadays would rather sit on the bench and pick up a wage. Kind of what we talked about with Eric Dyer. We're dragging him out of the club, and he's fighting tooth and nail. He's hanging on. Almost like a comedic cartoon character in the way that they like grab into the ground and pulling him away. You know what I mean? You can't get him out. Davinson Sanchez, I don't really blame him for not wanting to go with his family to Russia. I don't necessarily blame him for that one. It's kind of like in the 40s being like, you want to go play over there in Bayern? You know, no, not right now. So I don't blame Sanchez for that one.
I think if there are some players hanging around, I think Ange will just completely freeze them out of his setup because he doesn't want players.
For instance, Tanguy Ndombele was pictured in training, actually video taped in training, and a lot of people were saying, good Tanguy. So to me, that sounds like Tanguy is doing something good in training, and everyone was praising him. Could this be a player that potentially could be the surprise of the season to show up in the Ainge system when we needed him most? James Maddison, our newest number 10. Spurs number 10 has fallen. Who shall step up and rise to the occasion? But the old forgotten number 28, Tanguy Ndombele, who can hear as good as my dog, and my dog's deaf. Can you see him?
I didn't know that.
You see him down there? There he is.
Aww.
His name is Chewy. But it's like Mexican for Jesus. Chewy.
Oh, okay.
Not Chewy as in like he's chewy, he chews on stuff. That's what the
I thought you meant like Chewy as in you're a Star Wars nerd.
No. I've seen like the first two that came out when I was
owned by Disney.
They were on VHS. No. Now that it's owned by Disney, anything owned by Disney, I don't. My wife is different, but me, no. Weston McKennie playing that G baby role. And then Zakawi says, not a fan of McKinney. A little bit different there. Jacob, I'd love to hear you do a stream using an English accent.
Oh, no.
I think you're about the only person ever to say that. Because, please, sir, can I have some more? Yeah, there you go. There you go. The old classic aluminium.
Now, folks, just future music here. He's got a really good he does his own drum and bass music. And he does it on his channel. And I think it's really good stuff. So,
future music?
Yeah. It's good stuff,
okay. I thought you were trying to say something about. I didn't know who you were talking about. Big up future music. I don't know what your channel is, but Paul, you're a mod. You can plug it in the chat if you want to.
Yeah. I'll do my research. Okay, hang on.
Margaret Thatcher took away milk in school.
She bloody well did. She took away our milk. And also, Margaret Thatcher, evil witch queen of United Kingdom, she also invented soft serve ice cream.
Huh, interesting. I never knew any ice cream to be hard served, personally. You didn't like that one, Paul? You didn't like that one? Captain Grandma, big up. It seems that Mason Mount overextended himself during the Spurs game and is out for a couple of games. And he had less touches than Richie, lest we forget. Interesting you should say that. I actually did have that tweet saved as well because honestly, quite humorous. This guy, have you seen some of the videos going around of him on the bench after he got worked by Sarr for 70 minutes?
No. What sort of state was he in?
You know what? Let's go live to. I tweeted it. Look at this. Look at his face. Look at his face. This is so this was right after he was subbed off. and I quote tweeted it and I said, when you thought you wanted the smoke, but you didn't really want the smoke, because look at his face. And shout out Cody Mack. He said, this is the face of a man who's been violated by Sarr, Basuma, and Maddison. Look at him. Look at this man. He decided at this moment, yeah, I'm hurt. He has a hairline fracture to his ego.
Yeah. Brilliant.
That's absolutely hilarious.
How did that happen?
I thought he was Premier League proven. He's just a kid. Remember that?
He'd start the bloody game and he's just jumping.
Remember that little part of the video I sent? I think I showed it yesterday on the stream, where Papa Matasar is just pushing him over like a rag doll. My God, great stuff to see. Yeah, Mason Mount. He's not only hurt, but he's emotionally damaged. Went to the game Saturday. What an atmosphere, says Ray. Big ups. Glad you were there to help make the atmosphere even better. Fernando Mustachio says, yeah, go ahead.
You've probably seen it yourself around the Spursosphere on YouTube. How many people that were at the game that have just said it was the best atmosphere, rivaling the North London derby and better in another way. It's more of a party atmosphere. I'm just so happy that, because this is why I really wanted Ange at Spurs, because I saw he did this at Celtic, and I thought, God, because we were going through Conte miserable times, and at Celtic they were just having a party every bloody week. And I'm thinking, God, if only we could have a bit of that at Tottenham, and now we've got it straight away, bang.
I love it, and you called it. You've called it from the beginning, Paul. And the proof is in the pudding. We look back at the pudding from yesteryear. You've been saying it, so no one can take that from you. Fernando Mustachioso. Juan Malilo has a huge amount of experience as manager himself. Good experience football. I don't know who that is. Disciplining yourself to do what you know is right and important, although difficult, is the high road to pride, self-esteem, and personal satisfaction. Which makes me think of somebody like Eric Dyer. Because why wouldn't he, as a person who's clearly like the number 4th option, and we're still trying to bring in another center back to push him even further down, the same questions we all asked of Harry Kane. Is he not ambitious? Shouldn't he want to go elsewhere to chase glory? Shouldn't Eric Dyer want to go elsewhere to chase potential minutes?
Just play football.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what I don't get, man. Like if you're a professional footballer and you love football and you're not getting any game times, then I mean, I would drop a division down straight away just to keep playing. You know, I just don't get it.
No, I don't get it at all. Rich says after Conte leaves, everyone just looks relieved. And I mean, you've seen a lot of players, their personalities actually start to come out and shine after Antonio
Yeah.
Conte left. Zakawe says Ernest Nuoma is really quick, really technical, but really, really raw. Again, I haven't really seen him too much, so I can't say. I can only look at his stats and say what I think about that. So, big up, Uncle Rod's in the house as well. The Clasher from Brixton. I don't know what that is. Is it a town of bricks? Brixton? No.
Brixton, it's a place in London.
Okay.
Brixton. There's a
Are
big
there a
club
lot of
there.
bricks? Is there a ton of bricks?
There's the Brixton Academy.
Oh, come on. You got to give me something for that one, Paul. A ton of brick in Brixton? Brixton?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, make me spit my Coke. Sorry.
Oh, careful. Don't want to clean your computer with that.
Yeah, tidy my kitchen with it. Get fucking ants everywhere.
It was from 12 hours ago already. Medical at Lyon. I guess as far as Ernest goes. Levy always caught slipping, says Zakawe. Dub Shaman, they say Orban is not proven, but he has 2 conference hat tricks, one of them being the fastest hat trick in European football ever. The man can't stop scoring hat tricks. I don't really care how unproven he is. Just spend the money. We've talked about it long enough. Thaddeus, question. Will we exit the transfer window through the gift shop? Ooh, is that a play on words there? And yes, indeedy. I will say that. Let's see. David Calvino, I used to go to the academy, saw a new model army half man, half biscuit.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
What does this even mean? I feel like I'm reading random words.
You know, this is hilarious, man, because like we said, we have so much in common. You know, our love of Tottenham, fine movies, in my case anyway. But then you don't know anything about England at all. It just tickles me that you know so much about Tottenham, the club I love, but nothing else about anything in England.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to learn.
Fair enough.
I'm here to learn and grow. You know.
I'm not saying you should.
I know more about Australia at least because of Nat Geo and my love of kangaroos.
Yeah. So New Model Army and Half Man, Half Biscuit are both popular music bands.
Interesting.
Last stop on the Victoria line. Yeah, Brixton Academy. That was it. Yeah, great place.
Sounds lovely. With Conte, we're eating from a. You like how I moved on?
Oh yeah, that's enough about Brixton.
You didn't like my ton of bricks joke, so there we go. Zakawe, with Conte, we were eating from a bin, and now we're eating at 3-star Michelin restaurant. I think the vibes have changed, but I don't want to step too much into the bounds of Conte's not a good manager because he is. He just couldn't do it here, and this was not the place for him. We were not set up for Antonio Conte, but I don't think we should get misillusioned in the fact of thinking that Jose Mourinho or an Antonio Conte are not elite managers, and maybe we even need to rethink how we address Nuno Espirito Santos, because he's done nothing but win trophies since he left Spurs, as had Jose Mourinho. It remains to be seen with Antonio Conte, so I argue that wrong manager, wrong time is how it worked out for us. But let's not take anything away from, Antonio Conte's came into the Premier League and won it with a club. He's done in the Serie A. So he can do it. It's just not with us and not in the manner in which we like it at all as Spurs fans. Paul, we said this yesterday. I never want to go back to defensive football personally because I'm waking up at 5 a.m. on Saturday excited, pants filled with joy. Because I know Ainge Ball is about to kick off. Not because I think I'm going to go get a 1-0 from fucking Sheffield. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it as a fan. But as like a rational football mind, I still have to preface it and say, let's not get disillusioned and think. I know it's fun to say, you know, how stark in comparison, like it was the dark times, the dark ages. And now we're in the color television and moving pictures. The moving pictures have arrived, and we're all excited. But let's not forget the original camera that took the first photos, okay? Maybe dinosaur in its name, but I still think there's some quality there as a manager. So I don't want to get too on the side of like, let's shit on Conte, because at the end of the day, like we just weren't the right club for him. I don't appreciate the way he spoke about us either, but that doesn't mean he's not a bad manager. Same thing with Jose Mourinho.
Here's that weird letter again.
Yeah, how did you even do that? I've never seen a keyboard with that kind of.
Do you press A and E at the same time, man? If you're really quick.
I have no. It's fun. Language, all that stuff. That's a lot of fun.
I'm just as a side note, I'm starting to get my head around the Cyrillic alphabet, just bit by bit.
I don't know what Cyrillic means.
Russian. You know the Russian alphabet?
No. I mean, I think I've seen it in like the propaganda that America shows, like "Beware the Reds."
Yeah.
As far as that's as far as it goes.
You know, like Shakhtar Donetsk, Shakhtar in Cyrillic looks like the word wax tap because the letters.
Oh yeah, wax tap. Yeah, I've seen the wax tap. Yeah. Well, interesting. Doesn't make sense to me.
No.
I tried to learn the Greek alphabet for a while, but you know, it was more fucking fraternity symbols than anything I could remember. So.
Oh, you frat! Oh.
I never joined a frat. Come on, I never joined one. Don't judge me.
Lambda.
But I'll tell you what, I'll be damned if I didn't go to some of the parties. They threw ragers, man. Good times. Callum Roche, never go to bed angry, always immaculately angy. Loved it. I don't think Paul likes it. He doesn't like plays on words. Apparently.
Don't put emotions into my heart, bro.
Good point. Don't tell me how to feel. That's my good one. Yeah, don't tell me how to feel. Dalian White, that's a new name, says the Sun for Captain debate was the only time I've seen you heated. Everyone said he had no leadership qualities. A week later, he became captain. Talk to me nicely. Absolutely. Dalian White, you may have never commented, may have never seen this name. But yes, you are absolutely right. I did get heated about the Sun captain debate. But
what
boom.
was the argument against?
That he has no leadership qualities. He's not a leader. Sun can't lead. Don't tell me that.
I'm telling you, boy. You boy.
Oh my God. Love Repo Man, says Callum Roche. The life of Repo Man is always intense.
That's it, man. Yes.
Y'all are just talking about things I have no idea. Memories indeed. Look at Derek Smith. I watch on TV, but vote and comment on my phone. What a lad. What a super, super lad. Ian Satwick. Yeah, big up Jacob and Paul. We'll be all right against Bournemouth without Matters, says Ian. He's not worried. Eric Dyer wants to wait until he's a free agent, then he can have his pick of the clubs coming in. I think this is an interesting point because if I'm Spurs, I'm at the point, if no one wants him, let's come to an agreement to terminate your contract, and then guess what? You can have your pick of the lot right now, a year sooner. Retain your youth as much as you can, Mr. Dyer, and go play and get starting minutes because you're so fucking good, so talented, so wow. Just that guy. When you watch him, you're just like, yes, you know.
He might go and win a Ballon d'Or somewhere.
Or he may go fill up balloons out that way.
Animals.
He may become a blue. Again, if he leaves Spurs, I will never badmouth him again. I might laugh, but you know, it's Harry Winks. You ain't heard me say nothing bad about Mr. Winks since he left. I bid you adieu. Have a great day. Is how I will say to Eric Dyer. But until then, he gotta go, man. He's gotta go. C. Sherman says, send Dyer to the MLS. The heat index hit 121 Fahrenheit where I am today. It's absolutely boiling out here.
Wow.
So you got to be careful. Send him to the MLS. He would not last in the MLS. I'll tell you that much. Zakawe, let's not do this either. Let's not fat shame anybody, especially not Tanguy Ndombele, a professional athlete. I can guarantee you this is all just... I don't understand why people like to relate him and McDonald's. I've never understood it. I've never understood. You love soft serve, caveman? You don't want that hard serve? Thatcher and Levy would have got on like a house on fire, says Zakawe. Levy would let Thatcher... Okay, that's nice. Thatcher the milk snatcher. That's a nice one. My theory is that United signed Mount as a psyop to cover up for the other Mason at United. They were trying to little Mason on Mason.
A little switcheroo.
The old switcheroo. Question, Havertz or Mount? Which is the worst signing? I can't decide. It's looking like Mount right now. After 2 matches, I'm saying Mount. I mean, Shite Havertz ain't much better. But Mason
How much,
Mount got
how much, how
absolutely
much,
played off the park. Go ahead, Paul.
how much did they pay for Mount? Was it like 100 million or so? Was it like a
65, same as
65?
Havertz. It's crazy. Chelsea
Wow.
sold to Rivals, got 130 mil off Rivals for 2 dead players.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
And Man United will do their usual last minute bums rush on the deadline day because this is what they did last year. It's like they're
Yeah,
shit, and then they just
yeah.
buy a couple of players, and then those players they buy will just turn to shit as well because it's a
Ibarra
weird
says
old
Ainge out.
atmosphere. Sorry,
Ibarra says
what?
Ainge out.
Oh, well, I mean they can say that, but
Yeah,
I'd like
probably.
to
This is
know.
probably Arsenal fan. This is probably
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
rival fan. Like, remember how they did the whole no to Ainge on social media? It turned out it was like 90% Celtic
Yes,
fans.
it was Celtic fans. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh,
That's
that was
hilarious.
hilarious.
And Spurs
Because
fans are freaking out. Like, look at all these Spurs fans that don't want Ainge. Look at
Because
them all.
I was on the phone seeing all these, oh, Ange Postecoglou's not good enough, and I'm going up through the trail. I'm thinking, where the bloody hell did this come from? What Tottenham
Big up for
Muppets
now.
start? Because I'm gonna have a word in their shell, like and then it's like, oh, Celtic. Funny.
Yeah, it's actually hilarious when you think of masterclass by them. They almost got away with
Oh,
it too. If it
oh, it's
wasn't for
beautiful.
fucking Scooby Doo and Fred and all the gang. Uh,
Well,
Ruh-roh, Reggie. Paul Brown, great stream, both entertaining and nostalgic. I love. That's why I think we work so well together, Paul, is because you bring some of the old salt and pepper, and I put a little paprika on
the
it.
old wisdom,
Yeah,
and you're the new kid on the block.
yeah.
Even
I'm
that's an
cayenne
old
pepper. I want to be
reference.
cayenne pepper. Can I be cayenne pepper?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hot
Phil
sauce.
Coys. I second that. The atmosphere at the stadium was electric. Haven't seen it like that for a long time. Big up Jacob and Paul. The Tifo was quality as well for Ainge. Why didn't it say welcome Ainge instead of welcome to N17? You could have done that for Nuno too.
I don't know, I'm not on the committee. Are
Well,
you
what the
asking
fuck you doing,
Phil?
Paul? Hey, look, Daniel Field like Town of Bricks. Come on now. John Mayer was from Brixton. Big up Daniel
Uh,
Field. Yes, indeedy. I see what you did there. John Mayer was smashing his
uh,
minister's bricks. I don't. What is that?
John
I
Major
don't
was
know.
Prime Minister of the
Oh,
UK
John
after
Major.
Thatcher.
I thought, bro, this is how dumb I am. I thought it said John Mayer, the singer.
You're
It
off.
ain't
You're off kilter,
paradise. You put
man.
up a
You,
parking lot.
you stubbing your toe and getting words wrong.
It's a wacky Tuesday, man. It is an absolutely wacky Tuesday. I've been off from the jump. I woke up and was like, I did not get enough sleep. Let me take a little nap. And since I woke up from that, nothing has been the same. So obviously, wacky Tuesday indeed. Steady as shark. I'm scared that we're going to miss out on Orban while he's still relatively cheap. It's especially weird since he's seen as one for the future anyway. So why not get him in now? Absolutely agree. Steady as shark. Well said. My family was from Dedham. Any of you
Deaden.
English people know where that is? Dedham. Unalive him. You dead him. You didn't like that one either, Paul. Love the South London yids in the house coming from Battersea. Battersea.
Yay! You got one right, man. Woo, go
Battersea?
Jacob.
It's
What?
Battersea? Or
No,
Battersea?
no, no, no. What
I,
did you say
I
first?
didn't. I said Battersea and then I said
That's
Battersea.
right. Battersea.
Okay. Battersea. I do like me some pancake batter, and if I could make pancakes by the sea, I see no problem with this city, honestly. South London Spurs massive present. All right, South
Hey.
London Spurs showing up. Isn't Nuno chasing the money in Saudi League? He's chasing trophies. He's chasing trophies
Glory.
100%. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I haven't missed anything. Not too sure how much longer I'm gonna go. I did get the old warning from the missus. You know how that goes. But let's see. Someone else before I miss anyone in the chat. Faz Radfar's in the house. Big up, guys. Paul called it about Ainge months ago. By the way, whilst disappointed to not play European football, playing one match a week should benefit Ainge's cause this season. Absolutely, Faz. Big ups. Glad that you're here. Conte has won 9 team trophies. Postecoglou has won 13 plus an international trophy. Interesting. Interesting there, Derek. I did not know that. Ainge has got more trophies than Conte.
Oh, he's got so many, man.
Yeah. Fat
As a
shaming can be
player and a
healthy, Jacob,
manager.
says Rick C. Maybe. I guess it depends on the person you're fat shaming. Ian Satwick, Dyer's just waiting for his testimonial next. Maybe we're doing the Lucas Moura. We'll do a documentary. You get your goodbye season, and then you can cry in the camera before you leave. I don't know.
See the idea of Eric Dyer getting a testimonial. I don't actually do testimonials anymore because there are. Do you know what the testimonial is about, Jacob? What the deal with that is?
When you've been there 10 years, it's like you get the whole like, woohoo, good job.
Yeah, well, it was when players were earning less as well, and the player would get like the ticket receipts, the profit from the game. It was like a handshake, a golden handshake. And why this Eric Dyer testimonial annoys me is because I was at Osvaldo Ardiles' testimonial in 1986, and that was a class player. And I got to see Diego Maradona play for Spurs in a Spurs shirt, and it was brilliant. And he walked.
But it was just for a testimonial game, right, or something like that.
Just for his testimonial, because they're mates. So
that's badass. Because I've seen the photos. The photos, but
I don't know who turned up to Eric Dyer's testimonial.
I wonder who will get to show up. Ben Davies will play in that testimonial.
That's the first name I thought of. Ben Davies.
Yeah. Ben Davies.
It'd just be a 1v1.
Big up Pac Maniac. Says we're going to win the league. Ian Jacob will fly over for that game. Sure. Send me the plane ticket. Jacob brings the caliente. Oh, sorry, I tried. Oh, that's okay. Good try. Big up Jacob and Paul. Barry and Baxter here. I'm a Peckham boy. Much love to the stream. Much love, Barry and Baxter. Appreciate you being here. Jacob needs to be educated in anophilia. That sounds sexual.
Is that your default for like?
If I don't understand what that means, then it's sexual.
Probably sexual.
It's always sexual, isn't it? P. Salute from Clapham, Brixton.
You're getting in the vibe, man.
Clap them bricks together, and guess what? You can build a town.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt, indeed. Damn, I miss Sarf London. Where's Sarf London?
South. It's like a
south. Okay. That makes okay. Anglophilia. Expand your world. Watch some Brit TV. Listen to some Brit music, and the names and accents won't be so foreign. All right. There you go.
Or you can just listen to Texas stuff.
Yeah. Or what I could do is come on here to an international forum and have people such as Paul educate me live on air, because that's a little bit more fun than doing my own research and homework and shit.
Going to a library.
Oh, a library. Yeah, especially, I don't even know what the hell one of them's are. But if you're going to a library, it's a different story. They got a lot of books there. All right, but a library, is that a brewery where they brew beers or what? What are we talking about? Big up Jake Kesman in the house as well. Oh shit, here they are. There's something I wanted to bring up. The topic of the day has been the James Maddison injury, and then we've been having some fun.
Oh, was that your headline, was it?
Yeah, the thing about today was all about Maddison and his injury. And we were talking about Celso filling in. And Celso playing some kind of a role here. So I do want to share this. The alleged news we're finding out about Gio. Allegedly, he's pushing for a return to Real Betis. The two clubs are in talks with Spurs open to letting him go on loan, but only with a buy obligation. So if this is true, Rudy Galletti, I don't know who the fuck that is either, and it's not taggable, so we can't look him up.
You're on it. I'm on it.
He's on it. I'm gonna have to pay him double up the green room, fill up that green room full of stuff again. Edumacated, yeah, I'm trying to get edumacated. Only fools and whoresomes, Peckham Springs, Tooting Lido, and all that, bruv. Tooting Lido. What is a Tooting Lido? Is it like a farting grandma?
Tooting Lido. Lido's like a man-made lake.
Oh, okay. We just call them lakes here in Texas. We just say that's Lake Louisville. That's Lake Mansfield. None of those were here until man made that. But, that's cool anyway. David O'Loughlin, have a go at some Cockney slang. That sounds sexual for sure. That's for sure. Library. Exactly, Daniel. What is a library?
Library. Like
Jacob, I do
music.
know. It's the freaking monarch butterfly, Derek. I know this now because you educated me. Jacob, you can't expect the poor lad to know much about you. Yeah, I can't even tell you shit about Texas, but I mean, I got cities. I can tell you cities. Tooting
All right,
Lido
well,
is a swimming pool.
I've done some extensive research on Rudy Galletti.
All right. Who's Rudy Galletti? Talk to me.
I'm not. He's a journalist from Sport Italia. Um, he looks like he's an AC Milan possibly person. He's only got
Okay.
seven. He's only got 7,400 followers on Instagram. That's not a lot, is it?
No, that's not. You need at
Yeah,
least 70,000 before I think it's credible. So this just could
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
some of those people who like to stir trouble, you know, when things are necessarily slow. But I did want to bring that to the attention. I got a couple other pieces of news to go over that we have not talked about yet. Also saw this. Davinson Sanchez is a serious option for Rennes. And apparently we're asking 10 to 12 million euros. Not that expensive for Mr. Davinson Sanchez. We already talked about Troy Parrott. Also, I thought this was an interesting little quote here from Papa Matasar as far as when he's celebrating in front of the fans. As you can see in the photo here, he did the knee slide, and then he did Marcus Rashford,
I
the
mean,
point to the
smack the
head.
shit out of the corner flag.
Yeah, and he smacked the shit out of it. It was a beautiful celebration. You loved the emotion. And
Yeah,
Papa, what he said, what he had this, excuse me, I Papi Chulo Matasar, what he had to say about the goal or about this moment was that he really felt the fans as they were right behind us all through the match. They were driving us on, and that's why when I scored the goal, set off right towards the fans at the byline. So this is a guy who feels the love. I'm
absolutely.
not talking no Lion King. He feels the love tonight with the fans. You didn't like that one, Paul. You're gagging. You're physically sick at that
I've
one. That
got
was that was
bile. I just ugh, Lion King. It's just not
uh
a very realistic movie, you know. But yeah, I saw this.
it's not real. Okay, we're not going to digress on that, but it is realistic. You're telling me a
A
prince
buzzard,
becoming a king is unrealistic. I have a hard time with that. But let's carry on about Papa Montasar. He's
yeah,
going and celebrating.
a buzzard could be friends with a panther. Come on, or whatever. I don't know what
There's
fucking
no
animal.
panthers.
Whatever, whatever.
I think that's the Jungle Book you're thinking of. Different.
Oh, well, that's another one.
But Papa Matasar celebrating in front of the fans like an OG. He could feel the love, he could feel the passion, and he wanted to celebrate this moment with the fans there. I thought it was pretty special. I thought it was a
And they
pretty
all came
special
running
moment for me.
down as well. That was really it was a good feel. I love that quote from Sarah. I think he's fantastic.
I have so much high hopes for this young man, and he
Yeah,
seems to possess like the sunny quality of being such a lovable character. He possesses the physicality to play in the league. We saw him pushing over a guy who just got sold for 65 million in the Premier League. He
that
was
was a
pushing
great
him over like his name was Brian Hill. It was
that was a great
nasty.
quote, a great clip that yeah, that one of him
That was fantastic. I loved it.
beautiful.
This young man, such a bright future. I really like what we're seeing out of him. But big up Ben Kaufman says Lion King is the most realistic movie ever made. Derek Smith says I think Galetti's quite reliable.
Quite.
Quite, maybe. C. Sherman question: how about night games open up with Phil Collins playing In the Air tonight? We do have a drummer, so we could do the tukun 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 tukadonch. Yeah, we could do that. I don't know. Might get hit with copyright at the stadium. I don't know. The little aluminum. I really like this group of players, says Rick C. I absolutely love this group of players. I'm absolutely enamored with this group of players, and I think Papa Matasar is just a symptom of that. I'm getting the Wi-Fi signal thing again. It says my Wi-Fi is shit. Can you confirm, Paul? Can you hear me?
No, you're looking good to me, man.
All right. Well, as long as you can hear and see me. Jacob, can we get a shout out to Brixton? Shout out Brixton. Shout them out.
Brixton. There we
A
go.
ton of bricks built that town. You didn't like that one either, I could tell.
Oh, sorry. No.
Okay. You're supposed to laugh. What the hell am I paying you for, Paul? Beer Talk says, I heard Jota has left his Saudi club. Anyone find anything on that? I do actually
Really?
have something on that. And here's what allegedly why the old dude from Celtic, and this is why
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
he might come to
Well,
Spurs in a
where's he
shock
gone
move.
there? What's happened?
So fresh reports now state, I even have a fucking picture. Fresh reports now state that Al Ittihad fans are unhappy with the club's transfer of the Portuguese forward amid major names joining their rivals. Saudi journalist Walid Al Faraj has claimed that the team will discard Jota despite splashing 25 million for his services. Al Faraj also referenced Liverpool star Mohamed Salah, suggesting a deal could still happen this summer for the Egyptian, who scored on his side's win over Bournemouth last weekend, and would fit in. So allegedly, the quote from Al Faraj, which is the journalist, he says, Mohamed Salah is an Ittihad player. God willing, there is a 75% chance that Salah will join Ittihad. Not the Etihad, Al Ittihad. I don't know how you fucking say that name either, but there you go. So that's what I saw on it. It's an interesting. They spent 25 million and they're going to let him leave after a month. It's kind of weird,
Why?
right?
He's a good player. I don't understand that one at all.
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, just the words in that quote, it just looked like maybe other fans are pissed off that other clubs are getting bigger, so-called bigger names, bigger signings,
Bigger than
maybe.
this guy from Celtic, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
Al Hilal just got Neymar,
yeah,
so I could
yeah.
see how they're like, damn, and who did we get?
Oh,
They
give him a
they tried to
chance,
get
man.
Son, but they couldn't.
And
Um,
Romero, did you see that about Romero?
did I see that about Romero?
Oh, there he is.
Did I see that about Romero?
Yeah.
Did
Oh no, here
I
we go.
see that
Here we
about
go.
Romero? Of course, I saw that about Romero. Cuti Romero is among the players who have received huge offers from Saudi Arabian clubs during the summer, but he rejected the offers. And he even said this. He even said this. And everyone's sleeping on Cuti. Everyone said, oh, he only cares about Argentina. He's another Gio Lo Celso. I just got to smile at him like this. This is all I got to say to every single person who was doubting, hating, sleeping, fronting, acting a motherfucking fool about Christian Romero. Because guess what? Those of us who did not lose faith in the man, he's vice captain. He is fully Coys. I had to put it in the title because obviously,
Oh,
anytime
it's up there. I
it
see
is
it
in the
now. Yeah.
title. Yep,
Oh,
it is
I
in
thought
the title.
your headline. We've brought it back to the headline, man. It's not just clickbait. We've actually talked about it.
We actually talked about it. It's still clickbait, but we actually talked about it. We talked about Celso. So the last thing is we'll talk about Brennen Johnson quickly before we sign off the show. But I do want to say I appreciate every single one of y'all who have been tapped in. We're 8 likes away from 100. So if we could get 8 more likes before we close out the show, that'll be absolutely fantastic. And then I also still need to add the Hotspur Hippie into the title of this episode. 86 votes. We've got more likes than votes, and I love to see it. And we're all feeling the vibes. Everyone's not worried. Nobody's worried about Maddison missing a game. Big up Daniel Sandoval in the house as well. Have a look at the Tenside Lido in Plymouth. Spectacular setting. Interesting indeed. Goodfellas is the most realistic movie ever. I can agree with that. Speaking of the Jungle Book, I reworked Wanna Be Like You for Postacoglu, but it won't fit in the chat. You know that song?
Yeah,
I used to
yeah,
sing
yeah.
that to my son when he was an infant, and he hated it. He hates it when I sing, so I stopped. So that doesn't mean as much to me as I thought it could mean, the song, because it was like, I thought my son and I would bond over it, but he hated it. He doesn't like it.
Is that the one where Balu pretends to have like boobs with coconuts?
Yeah. What's wrong with a bear wearing coconut boobies, Paul?
Yeah, but you like happy feet. You like happy feet. Penguins don't have boobs.
I
They're
mean,
birds.
where do you think you get chicken breast from?
That's not an actual like. It doesn't like have
No,
a nipple on
it's
it.
chicken titty. It's here in America, it's chicken titty. I don't know who told you otherwise. You get a chicken breast out here in Texas, you can guarantee it's a tit.
What's the chickens? They milk their little chicks, do they? They come on, have a little
Hey, if you can milk an almond, you can milk a cat. You can
Oh, that
definitely
makes
do.
sense. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, why
Um,
not?
just a harmless potato says I heard he wants to return to Celtic. Hey, why would you want to
Brendan
return to
Rodgers
Celtic
did.
when you can return to Ainge? Imagine the big hug he'll get in North London from Papa Ainge.
Yeah, that's hey, maybe.
That's what I'm
We
saying,
need a bit of
man.
option, don't we?
Beer talk. Get the band back together. Kyogo, Hatate, and Jota to Tottenham. You heard it here. Tier point 0.5. Well, if you don't have a little like Olympic medal next to the tier, how do I know what level is it? Show? Like, I don't understand.
Is there like
Um,
an international board that decides the tier of these? Because I hear tier one, but I don't hear many of the other tiers. Is there some who decides, man?
I think you do. Just say a
Oh, okay.
tier. Tier 100 for me.
Tier is in the eye of the beholder.
Oh, tears of a clown, indeed. Um, the last bit we're going to talk about before we wrap this up. There's the link. Thank you, Ben Kaufman, for the Hotspur
Okay.
Hippie. Click that. It'll open you a new tab. Go and subscribe to Paul and all the wonderful work he does over there if you haven't already. But sorry, this name threw me off. Adama Crew. Adama Traore Crew. I'm all about it, baby. Talk to me nicely. It's only a tit if it has a nipple. Very good point. The Perchy TV's in the house. Big up Perchy. I've seen this movie, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Seen it. Great movie. And
That's
Snatch.
all
Also
you
seen
need to
it.
know
Great
about
movies.
England.
Maybe I need to rewatch it in the frame of learning things about England. Maybe I don't know. But big up everyone who has been here. I do want to say, wait, before we go, Brennan Johnson. Okay, here we go. I got it here now. I'm prepared to talk about the last subject. You like that, Paul?
Just before we go, Brendan Johnson, bye.
Before we go,
Just,
Brendan Johnson, motherfucker, look at that price tag. I did read something that said, Gift Orban, we're saying the club values him too highly. And then, what's his name? They said was too expensive. Oh, Nico Williams from Atletico Bilbao. He's a great right winger. Someone a name I've thrown around. He's the younger brother of Inaki Williams, if you know who that is. And they both play for Athletic Bilbao. But Nico Williams, great young superstar, but apparently the release clause that he has, we valued it too highly because they don't want to sell him unless you activate that release clause. And we said it's too high. So allegedly, that leaves us at Brendan Johnson as our third choice for our attacker before the window closes. And it says that we are expected to make a move for Brendan Johnson before the window closes. The Nottingham Forest forward is a longtime target for Fabio Paratici and Leonardo Gabanini. Forest are believed to be looking for anywhere between 40 to 50 million pounds. To me, too much. Put that money in Gift Orban and you get to keep 10 to 20 in your pocket. That's how I see it. But there he is. I've not been too. He's a good little baller, but anytime I've seen him, I've been too impressed with him. What do you think? 40, 50 million for Brendan Johnson, Paul? How do you feel about
way
that?
overpriced, isn't it? Way overpriced. I'm with you, man. Why would you spend that on him when you can get Gift Orban for less?
Here's the little funny part, Paul. Could be a little caveat. Allegedly, Nottingham Forest are in talks to get Tanguy and Ndombele. But apparently, Tanguy and Ndombele don't want to go to Nottingham Forest, which I don't understand. Go play with Serge Aurier. That'll be a good time for both of y'all. But without a doubt, if you could put Tanguy and Ndombele and say 20, I'll take Brendan Johnson for that. What about you? Does your tone change if you put Tanguy and Ndombele into the deal?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Put it there. But, if I'm Ndombele, don't want to go, because he's, he goes on loan and wins a trophy these days, doesn't he? So, he ain't winning anything with Nottingham Forest.
Dama Cruz says Brendan Johnson valuation too high? ? I think so, but if you put Tanguy and Ndombele, cut that price in half, are we cooking?
See, my kind of whole framing for valuations now is kind of based around James Maddison. That we get 40 million gets you a James Maddison. So what? A Nottingham Forest saying that this guy is better than James Maddison. I don't understand it.
Big up Perchy TV in the house. Says Ndombele needs to go as quickly as possible. Jay Kismat, Liverpool fan, says crazy price, 20 mil. We'd be lucky to get 20 quid for him. Apparently, that was our price, and no one's wanted to pay that for Tanguy and Ndombele, but we'll see. Here we go again. With the McDonald's comment about Ndombele, that's okay. Got to pay that Kane tax, says Ray Chrisley. We got Ray Chrisley. And Aria got 2 assists the other day. Aria could be feeding you, Tongi. Interesting indeed. I don't know, but you throw in Brennan, you throw Tongi and Ndombele, get that price down for Brennan Johnson. I'm fine with it then in that case. But Paul, does it change anything for you?
Well, it's probably worth it just to get rid of Ndombele, get him off the books. Because
He is the highest earner right now at the club.
Is he really?
He is.
Do you know what he's on, or it's going to be some obscene amount that I've never seen in my life?
I mean, I'll look it up right now.
Oh,
No. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's your job, man. No, I'm just
sorry,
kidding.
man.
Tongi and Ndombele salary.
Annual salary of 10 million.
I see 13.2 million per year.
I see.
But that's an American.
Yeah, £10 million a year. Far out. Fuck, I mean, surely I'm worth 100,000.
Percy says 200K a week.
That would be right. Yeah, 10 million a year.
Yeah, the contract was 5 years, 52 million. So that's 10,400,000 pounds a year. And then the next question, suggested question from Google's: how much does Eric Dyer earn in a week?
How much?
85,000 pounds. 85,000 pounds.
I just want to curl up. I'm just gonna.
Oh my god.
I can't deal with that, man. I can't deal with
that's pretty tough. Yeah, he's on the same as Harry Kane, 200K a week. That's insane to me. That's absolutely ridiculous. Who thought to sign this guy on Harry Kane? No, wait, didn't Harry Kane have to sign a new contract to get more than Ndombele because he was like, wasn't it around that time when he signed the new contract?
I would say we signed Kane 5 years ago. When did we sign Ndombele? It wasn't 5 years ago, was it?
It was in 20. I don't know.
Hang on. Wait.
Come on now. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Checking the football gossip, and as always, tons of rumor and confirmations with other clubs. Tottenham's, as always, it's crickets. Hey, there you go. Pochettino's the one who signed him. Maybe we can sell him to Chelsea.
Yeah.
They did. And Nkunku got injured. Yeah. They're looking for a new number 10.
Yeah. Get the band back together.
There you go. Adama says, was it not Hitchin? I don't care.
Yeah, signed for Tottenham in 2019.
Listen to stories of footballers back in the 70s making 50 quid a week, and then think about Eric Dyer making 85,000.
You know, like Jimmy Greaves, one of the probably Tottenham's best ever player. Jimmy Greaves, during the summer, he lived at the ground of Wimbledon FC, Plough Lane. And he had a summer job as their groundsman, cleaning up the shit and all that. This is Jimmy Greaves. Had to have a summer job.
That's insane. And that dude's a club legend, RIP. That's insane to me. Absolutely insane. But big ups everyone who has tapped in. Let me check the likes. Did we hit 100? We did. Big up every single 102 of you that did participate and hitting that like. I appreciate you so much for doing that. That is now 7 live streams in a row that have over 100 likes, so I'm super proud of that. Very, very proud of that. But before we hit 2 hours and before my wife files for divorce, I'm going to end the show off. I want to say big ups to everyone who has tapped in. Whether you're watching this live or on playback, no, I appreciate you. Kev Williams in the house, a little late. We're ending it off now, Kev, but I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Go back and watch it back on playback. Hit the comments. You know I'll reply. I always reply to the comments. If you comment on the video, I will always comment back no matter what the comment may. Yeah, I do. Wow. I always reply to everybody's comments.
That's why you got so many more subscribers. I just can't be asked. Well, I'll read them.
Well, you did say off air, and I hope you don't mind me airing this private conversation we had. You did say, call the FBI real quick. You did say, in fact, that, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say. No, I'm just playing.
Oh no, don't leave me hanging. I want to know. I want to know.
No,
What's
because I
up,
remember
yeah.
we had this conversation and you had just started your channel, and I was like, yeah, something I like to do is reply to every chat and every comment. And you were like, well, I don't want to set the precedent that I'm going to reply to everyone's comments, because then they're going to think if they come comment, I'm going to reply once I hit over a K. And you've hit over a
Yeah, it's
K.
true. It's true. Like
I don't want to sign that
there'll
precedent
come a
up.
day, Jacob. There'll come a day, man, when you've got 100,000 subscribers, and all these people that you've been responding to now, the people that were in there, because you opened the curtains and said, "Come on in," and you won't be replying to them anymore, and they'll just Jacob's
That'll
big
never
time.
happen. I mark my words, Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. If this channel, for some weird ass reason, ever hits 100K subscribers, I guarantee I will still reply to your comments below. Guaranteed.
I like reading them because they're usually
No,
good comments.
reply. That goes not just hitting a heart on it to show you I read it. I'm talking, I'll hit a heart, I'll hit a thumbs up, and I'm replying. You get a triple dipper when you
But
come around United Spurs
do you
America.
actually like? Okay, do you actually like type in a bespoke message, or do you just hit the fucking thing that says, "Hey, just
Thanks.
press this button"?
Hey, thanks for being here. No, no, I do not do that. What I do is I actually think of my response, and I think about it like if they ask the question live while I was live, and I try and answer it in that way. Sometimes I fucking answer the question way too long, and I don't even think they read the response, honestly. But big up Ben Kaufman, 21 away from 500. Anyone out there looking for a chill corner of YouTube, go and subscribe. Help that man get to 500. Bryce, plain old Bryce, Jacob, the Adama of YouTubers. If that, I'll take that. That's sexy as hell. The Perchy, Jacob, any chance of a shout out? I'm so close to 2K. Love you, bro. Love you, Perchy. Put the link in there. Anyone go sub to the Perch who hasn't? He's almost at 2K. He's almost there. Go and support every YouTube creator, unless they're shitty people. Don't support those. But everyone else support, even if you don't agree with their Tottenham opinion. You can always.
Even if someone says, "I'm not setting the precedent by responding to any goddamn comments."
Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to say, I'll never respond to that. Never respond to that. Big up Cursor each and every time. He's always here. And big up Perchy. He reads out comments too, is what he's saying there. 100K, you'll hit 150K. Kev, if you help me will that, I'll hire you up. How about that? You could work for the channel if we're able to make it that. And there's the Perchy channel. Go sub there. Go sub to the coffee company. And Mero Vinnigan says the Coke does nothing. By the way, the wire brush does the work for the rust. So I guess you're good to keep drinking the Coca-Cola there, Paul.
Let me dream, man. Let me dream of the wonderful properties of Coca-Cola.
The wonderful. What is it? The first ingredient is high fructose corn syrup, or the second? It's carbonated water and then high fructose corn syrup. Just for the record, it's carbonated water and then high fructose corn syrup, if I'm not mistaken. It's somewhere on that can. Did they not show the ingredients in Australia?
Yeah. They should be. Oh, where is it? Yeah, carbonated water, sugar, and then some weird shit I can't read.
Oh, do y'all actually do sugar?
Yeah, sugar. Oh, you know what I did like? You know what I do like when I would go to America? You can get the Mexican Coke over there, which is I think it's corn syrup or something.
Cane sugar.
Cane sugar. It's slightly different. It's better.
Oh, interesting. Well, shout out for them not poisoning you. And again, this is how I look at anyone who doubted Romero. Just a cheeky little smile. There you go. Something nice to send you off on your day. And again, I will show this. Where Ainge and Texas meet is where my heart is. And this is in El Paso, Texas. So there you go. El Paso be repping Ainge. But there you go. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Episode number 34, another 2 hours. Didn't mean for it to go this long. My wife definitely hates me now, but I got to go and do my fatherly, husbandly duties. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I've had a great time. Paul, it's always great. I'm going to put his link in the title. So if you're watching this back on playback and you ain't subscribed over there at the Hotspur Hippie, please go do so. I want to say, Paul, do you have anything else you want to say before I sign the show off?
Nah, thanks for having me on. It's always fun, man. So onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards, absolutely. Appreciate you. So as always, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe if you haven't already, or don't. Hit a thumbs down if you want to, because you know what? As long as you say something, it's better than nothing. But big ups to everyone who's tuned in. I hope y'all have a great day, evening, morning. For Australia, I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday day, because it's Wednesday day for those of you out there. But until next time, episode number 35 tomorrow, likely. Stay fresh, stay blessed, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. And Paul? Coys.
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.